Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here. And the through ball. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Lewandowski. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he...
He's got tall! Didn't quite get enough on that.
This was all about good movement in the box just to allow him to get to it.
Kimmich. Bruno Fernandes. DiMarco. And he's intervened well there. A probing pass. That's beautifully weighted. He's found some space. That's a fine interception. Bruno Fernandes.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in...
Big header! And it's a goal! Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And it's Bellingham. Now it's Lewandowski. Griezmann. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Vitinha. That's an imaginative pass. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Bellingham. Oh, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And here's Bellingham. Chance for a shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's hoisted clear. Chance, surely! And now they can spring out of defence. It's just beyond his reach. Bruno Fernandes. Caicedo. That's a lovely, neat pass. Looking for options for movement. Kimmich. Bruno Fernandes. Vitinha. Searching pass he's played there.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Van der Ven. Stood up well to him there. Griezmann. And this is Lewandowski. Bruno Fernandes. Played out wide. DiMarco. In by DiMarco. There's the shot! He scores! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well,
and the shot! He's scored! And they're back in front. So smooth. A signature finish.
well, you've always got to have play.
And it's half-time here. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean...
And the shot! It's there! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
So all square and not for the first time.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Vitinha. Gabriel. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And here's Haaland. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Schlotterbeck. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Here's Vitinha. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Nice looking ball. Good ball over the top. That's good play. Big chance!
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Can he finish? Really well taken goal. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Kimmich. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Haaland looking to play him in, and he cuts out the supply. And the pass is intercepted. Played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one. Rodri. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer.
Haaland! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Haaland deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Kimmich knocks it into space. Oh, that's superb. Vitinha. And here's Lewandowski. And it's Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Ambitious ball here. And he's having a shot! Oh, taken with style. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off. And for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Good ball, that too.
Looking for the run.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Vitinha. The final 5 minutes. Oh, shake! He scores! Not the most accurate pass. It's a really well-measured ball. Lovely feet. And it's Vitinha. And here's Mbappe. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's having a go. Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And the referee brings it to a close. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Lewandowski claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around. Going behind seemed to strengthen their resolve, and it's been a wholehearted reaction and an absolutely terrific win.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, 5 at the back, Jim. It does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just 3 in there makes the role of the fullbacks more crucial, or wing-backs. You have to have them constantly push up, forcing opposition players back and giving your team a little more freedom.
Easier said than done.
That's right, but it does work very well, provided you have the right players to pull it off.
A probing pass. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. DiMarco hangs one in. Schlotterbeck getting this one clear. Now he's got space here. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Played out towards the right wing. Corner it is.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
He rises! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. And the keeper beats it away. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Van der Ven. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, what else can we say about this fella, Moises Caicedo? He'll be extremely busy just shifting the ball all over the place as a 6 or an 8. We've seen him do that an awful lot. But it's what he does without the ball, for me, that makes him priceless. I mean, rarely do you see someone who can disrupt opposition play as cleverly as he can, and he will be a key factor.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And he was quick to react. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Looking for options for movement. And it's Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? Played out wide. Played back in. Haaland purring through the gears. Haaland. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Rodri. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Chips it through. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! Kimmich. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Almost half an hour in now. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And Messi! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Kimmich goes short. Looking to go deep. And now a sudden chance to counter. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
Hey, you make it sound so simple. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And the pass is intercepted. Bellingham. Bruno Fernandes. DiMarco. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Brilliant save from Donnarumma. Well, that has not gone well. Haaland. That's good play. And it's Vitinha. Caicedo. Vitinha. Now it's Lewandowski. A heavy challenge. And here's Mbappe. That's very neat. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Lewandowski. Haaland. He's had a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. And this could be the final action of the first half. Tries to get it clear. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Look at... Decent chance! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough...
And it's half-time here. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
It's run loose here. Mbappe. That is a brilliant interception. Bruno Fernandes. And this is Messi. Bruno Fernandes. And he's picked it up out wide. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Haaland. Caicedo. Now it's Haaland. Rodri calmly anticipates. Now it's Messi. Haaland is onto this. Bellingham. Now it's Kimmich. Kimmich's cross. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Chooses big chance! It's there! And finally, he has breathed life into the game. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the first... Messi! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third corner of the game. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Lewandowski under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that...
Oh, what a climb! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, nice touch. And it's Caicedo. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Bruno Fernandes. Some really good ball movement. Bruno Fernandes. No way through. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bellingham. And this is Messi. Opts to play it back. And it's Lewandowski! Messi finds himself offside.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he
goes for a shot! It's in! There seemed no way back, but they are level. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal time...
And the shot! And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 4 coming up here. They've played it short. Engages and forces him off the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Van de Ven. Gabriel cuts it out. Cucurella. Into the last 5 minutes. Chips it through. Eze.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Alvarez. In with the challenge. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side. Dogged Mbappe. And a chance! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! so smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
And that's that. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, obviously they'll be disappointed with the loss, but, you know, they'll be back on the training ground working through their problems that will undoubtedly have been highlighted.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Looking for a runner. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he was quick to react. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really like the look of this guy, Federico Di Marco. He reminds me all the time of a frustrated winger. That position didn't quite work out for him. And now, as a fullback, he can't resist any opportunity to get forward and assist with what's going on up front. He really does add an extra dimension to this attack.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Haaland! It's there! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
It's a searching pass. DiMarco.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Bellingham cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Nicely worked. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Griezmann. Picked out, tries a shot! They've scored! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had...
And the shot! That's got him rattled. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Vitinha. Nice looking ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Gabriel. And it's Rodri. Van de Ven. And it's Lewandowski. Caicedo. Well, that is one way to stop him. And he welcomes it in. He's found some space. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that...
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Vitinha. Nicely shaped ball. Good ball over the top. That's the keeper's ball. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Bellingham is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Caicedo. That is good alertness. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Mbappe. In with the challenge. Haaland is onto this. Caught offside that time. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Caicedo. Here's Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Now it's Haaland. Caicedo. And that has been cut short. Bruno Fernandes. Dink through. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points at half-time. He's tried one! That carried quite a threat.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Haaland. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Kimmich. Oh, he's played it in low. Caicedo. And it's Vitinha. Searching pass he's played there. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That's a sharp pass. Threads one in. It's Lewandowski! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Caicedo.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
That's beautifully weighted. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And that's put paid to a promising move. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, easy pickings there. Rodri. Bruno Fernandes. Pass somewhat off target. Schlotterbeck. Rudiger. Now Mbappe. Mbappe! That was a matter of inches.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Kimmich. Now it's Haaland. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Kimmich. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now he's got space here. DiMarco. And here's Lewandowski, looking for the run. Griezmann. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness, and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Subimendi. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's with the keeper.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And here's Vinicius Junior. And it's Vitinha. Played with finesse. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. That's an imaginative pass. Floated through. Face to face with the keeper. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. And surely that does it. Perfect time. Decisive strike.
The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and an even quicker feet.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Eze. Van de Ven. Oh, important interception. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Haaland. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well, 5 at the back, Jim. It does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just 3 in there makes the role of the fullbacks more crucial, or wing-backs. You have to have them constantly push up, forcing opposition players back and giving your team a little more freedom.
Easier said than done.
That's right, but it does work very well, provided you have the right players to pull it off.
Van der Ven, great vision. Played out to the left flank, an instinctive delivery. It's not an especially good pass, that. Oh, that's a key interception. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I think you and I can be sure that...
Kane! And he's done it!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than... And the keeper's given big chance! And the ball's come loose here. DiMarco. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. This looks promising. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's picked it up out wide. Delivered. Oh, what a climb!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Kane. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, played right into his path. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Osimhen. Bellingham.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Nice looking ball. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Bellingham.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And no, that was never going to make it. Vitinha. Now he's got space here. Brilliantly cut out. DiMarco. Rodri.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And that could set him on his way. And a shot! Oh, taken with style! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! That is simply terrific, finished with beautiful deftness.
The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Rodri. Caicedo. Vitinha. Played into space. Well timed, excellent interception. And that is a little undercooked. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
A probing pass. Gets his head on it! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. And that's been won straight back. Osimhen is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Vitinha. And it's Vitinha. That's a cute ball. Good read, needed to be. Bellingham. Kimmich. Here's Rodri. Bellingham. Passing is crisp and sharp. Bruno Fernandes receives it in a good position here. And the referee brings the first half to a close. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. And we are back underway. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Griezmann. Well, that's clear cut, it's a free kick. DiMarco crosses it in. Oh, smashing header! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. A case now of complete control. Looking tidy in possession here. Can he get on the end of this?
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Kimmich.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Gives it back. Threads one in. Opts to play it back. Caicedo. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Griezmann. Haaland is onto this. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Van de Ven. And it's Caicedo. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. He read that really well and stopped it.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Griezmann. Bruno Fernandes. Byrne gets over and intercepts. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Bout of passing here, really easy. Takes a shot! Sticks it away! And they are right back within touch!
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation. And he was never going to miss that.
So is this the start of a comeback? Gets into some space. He's found a way past. It's anyone's ball now. And it's Caicedo. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Vinicius Junior. And now the breakaway. Passing nice and neat. Osimhen. This is promising. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Looking for a runner. And he's intervened well there.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
DiMarco. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Yildiz. DiMarco.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Vitinha. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rudiger kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Couldn't squeeze it through. He's shifting through the gears here. And it's made its way to him. Oh, well played, well played. And that has been clubbed away. Yildiz.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That'll be a throw-in. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Vinicius Junior. Passing. And the shot! Oh, he's been caught napping. And one more try. Mbappe. Rudiger. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Vitinha. And he was quick to react. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Rodri. And they can counter here. Oh, that is a nice touch. And he's managed to get free. Nicely aimed pass. So that's it. It is all over. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Haaland picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.